Bonjour, je me présente Nadine Bassila, directrice générale adjointe et trésorière à la ville de Kirkland. Aujourd'hui, on va passer à travers la présentation du budget 2022. Donc, on va commencer par le profil de la ville. À la ville de Kirkland, on a un rôle foncier taxable de 4,8 milliards de dollars qui est représenté par 84% de résidentiel, 15,3% de commercial industriel et 0,4% terrain vacant. Donc, à la ville, on a 9,6 km² de surface, 6 578 maisons, 116 km de rues, 81 hectares d'espaces verts, incluant 27 parcs. On a une population de 20 046 habitants en 2021 qui provient du décret décembre 2021 qui se trouve sur le site web du ministère des Affaires municipales. Et présentement, on a 105 employés permanents temps plein à la ville. So today we're gonna see revenues, we're gonna see expenses, we're gonna see capital investment, long-term debt, and taxation. We're gonna go through each one of these items. We're gonna start with revenues. So for the year 2021, the budget was $62 million. And for the year 2022, the budget will be $67 million. In the 2022 agglomeration quote-part, there is an amount of $2.6 million COVID-related expenses for the year 2020. We know that we expect to have this COVID-related expenses for a few upcoming years. So to get to $67 million, we're gonna have some revenues from 4.5 million. We're gonna have some revenues from the government for $1.2 million. The city will inject $1.5 million from our surplus to help pay the $2.6 million we got from the Aglo quote-part as COVID-related expenses. And we're gonna get taxation revenue for $59 million. We're gonna go through each line in details. So we're gonna start by the taxation. Donc, pour l'année 2021 par rapport à l'année 2022, on a eu des revenus de taxation résidentielle de 28 millions en 2021. On va avoir 29,2 millions en 2022, donc une augmentation de 3,76%. Dans les commerciales industrielles, on va passer de 26,9 millions à 28,8 millions, une augmentation de 1,9 million de dollars qui équivaut à 7,23%. Dans les terrains vacants, on a une réduction de 88 000 dollars qui est causée par des terrains qui ont été construits. Et aussi, on a des revenus d'eau, consommation d'eau de 1,5 million de dollars, ce qui équivaut à 59,8 millions de dollars de revenus de taxation. On continue avec les revenus et on va voir maintenant les revenus de sources gouvernementales. So for transfers from the government, we have same amount for schools and government building in the city. So nothing changed between 2021 to 2022. And for the transfers from the government, which is like TVQ, government return on the TVQ to the city. And we have a recycling grant, we have residual waste management subsidy, we have library grant, all that for a total of $944,000 compared to $796 in 2021. We will continue with other revenues. So relatively, it's the same amount from 2021. except for the transfer tax increase of $400,000. Donc, c'est la droit de mutation qui a augmenté de $400,000 pour l'année 2022 par rapport à l'année 2021. Donc, on attend à plus de droits de mutation que dans le passé. On va continuer avec les dépenses. Pour l'année 2022, les dépenses de la ville. So if we go through the summary, we have salaries for $13.4 million, an increase of 2.32%. We have the debt equal to 2021. We have contracts for $7.5 million, an increase of $786,000, which is 11%. And the contracts are from snow removal, garbage recycling, insurance, grass contract, etc. And the goods and services, we have an amount of $4.5 million, an increase of 5.45%, which is the gas, the diesel, Hydro-Quebec, flowers, trees, activities, day camp, and so on. In special projects, there's no difference. And in Côte-Part, Ville de Montréal, this is where I mentioned earlier, they charge us $2.6 million COVID-related expenses. That's why we have 3.6 increase in the Côte-Part agglomération and represent 11.8% increase for a total of $67 million. The total of expenses should be equal to the total of revenues. So now we're going to talk about la quote-part d'agglomération. Donc, si on compare la quote-part agglomération versus le budget local de la ville, en 2021, le budget local de la ville était de 31,3 millions de dollars. En 2022, il est à 32,6 millions de dollars. Donc, une augmentation de 1,3 million qui équivaut à 4,19%. Quand on regarde la quote-part de la ville de Montréal, on était à 30,8 millions en 2021. On a reçu une quote-part de 34,4 millions pour l'année 2022, une augmentation de 3,6 millions de dollars, 11,8%, ce que j'ai expliqué qu'une grosse partie de ça sont des dépenses COVID pour l'année 2020 qui nous ont été facturées dans la quote-part de 2022 pour un total de 67 millions de dollars. This chart is a pie chart that represents our budget. So the total of our budget is $67 million. And you can see on this chart, pie chart, that 51% of our budget, our total budget, goes to the Côte-Part agglomération. And then the rest, we have 20% for salaries, 8% for the long-term debt, 11% for contract, we have 7% for goods and services, and 3% for special projects. Next, it's going to be Mr. Sanalitro presenting our capital investment.
So, bonjour, hi everyone. My name is Joe Sanalitro. I'm the Director General for the Town of Kirkland. Tonight's presentation, or my part of tonight's presentation, will be on the capital investment plan. And by law, there's an obligation for the municipality to present a 3-year plan. And what this chart is showing is that, on average, the town will be investing approximately $10 million per year for the next 3 years, for the years 2022, 2023, and 2024. So if we begin, I guess for this evening, our focus is going to be strictly on 2022. And we're going to talk a little bit about the different construction projects or projects that are planned for this particular year. So in the very first column, or in the very first line, when we talk about the requalification or the reconstruction of roads, the town will be investing $5.2 million, and this is made up of 3 different projects. We have La Rochelle that will be reconstructed in 2022, Included in the reconstruction of the actual road is going to be the lining of the aqueduct or the water line. In the second street that's going to be done as well in this particular line item is going to be Gingerwood, and in the case of Gingerwood, we are going to be replacing not only the water line, but as well we're going to be replacing the storm pipe and the sanitary pipe as well. The third project is really the reconfiguration of the intersection, or of an intersection of the traffic coming off highway, the Trans-Canada Highway, and heading northbound on St. Charles to try and improve what we consider to be the worst intersection in the town as far as traffic is related and congestion. So the intent there is to invest $1.7 million to reconfigure an intersection that would allow for the traffic to flow in a much easier way. The second item that we're covering tonight is going to be infrastructures related to piping, related to underground networks. The town is now going into its 60 plus years, and we're starting to see some of our older installations require maintenance. So we're going to be investing approximately $250,000 on Lausanne Street. We're going to be investing over a period of 3 years of approximately $500,000 per phase on Chimay Ste. Marie from Mountain View to St. Tropez, and that'll be done over a 3-year period. And again, it's a $500,000 investment per year. We're going to be replacing and or doing some punctual repairs. We're just waiting on the final inspections of work that's required on Old Park Street, and that's particularly on the sanitary line that travels along Old Park Street. We're also investing about $100,000 in trying to find infiltrations of water going into our storm pipe. We seem to have more water than we normally should during rainstorms, and therefore we're going to be inspecting those, and that's going to cost approximately $100,000. And we're also going to continue doing inspections of our older pipes to make sure that they're in good condition and or if they're in need of repair. In parks and green spaces and bicycle paths, the town is looking to invest $375,000 to refurbish Shaw Kirkland Park and to do a new layout. There are about $75,000 that's required to remove some of the ash trees that are in dense populations of, or dense areas of tree populations, which is Camden Park and Ecclestone. We're also looking at redoing the tennis courts located at Camden Park, so they'll get done this year as well. And we're going to be facilitating a bicycle path / walking path from the south side to be accessing the REM station, and that's on the Chimay Ste. Marie overpass for an investment of about $380,000. And there's also going to be the construction of a dog park or a dog run at Bennyval Park on a piece of land located between Bennyval Park and Donesco to the east of Bennyval Park. When it comes to the replacement of vehicles and equipment, we're investing a total of $485,000 in replacements of vehicles. That includes a 10-wheeler, so one of our larger dump trucks. It includes a $120,000 for a mini tractor to help our gardeners in being more efficient and productive and replace some of the older equipment that we have right now. And we're also going to continue in the conversion of vehicles from gas to electric. So we're going to see 3 of our minivans right now get replaced with electrical vehicles. Finally, in the maintenance of our buildings and of our in improving efficiencies as well when it comes to the environment, Council has approved the sum of $552,000 to begin a 7-year process of converting all of our street lights from standard lights to LEDs. We're also going to be investing approximately $1,150,000 in the rehabilitation of our Lancia House, and we're trying to get from the provincial government a grant up to $250,000 for us to help in doing so. And then finally, we're looking at the repairs of the flat roofs at the community center that are in desperate need of repair. So we're going to be spending $320,000 to repair those. That basically adds up to approximately $10.8 million for the year 2022. And I cede back the word now to Ms. Basila.
Merci. Donc, on va continuer avec la dette à long terme pour l'année 2022. Donc, la dette à long terme pour l'année 2022, on a ici un chart qui nous montre la dette au 31 décembre 2021. On est à 34,4 millions de dollars. Donc, à peu près, on maintient la dette des 3 dernières années à 34 millions. On va voir maintenant les taux de taxes pour l'année 2022. Donc, les taux de taxes résidentiels vont passer de 0,7432 à 0,7160, donc une réduction dans le taux de taxe parce que la valeur va augmenter. Et pour le commercial et industriel, on passe de 3,84 à 3,91. Ce qui nous amène à voir le rôle de la ville. Donc, le rôle, à tous les 3 ans, il y a un nouveau rôle qui est déposé. La valeur d'une maison moyenne dans le rôle qui a été déposé pour 2017 à 2019, maison moyenne était à 498 000 $. Le rôle qui a été déposé pour les années 2020 à 2022, la maison moyenne a augmenté à 633 000 $. Donc, une augmentation de 27% qui équivaut à 135 000 $. Parce que la loi le permet, on a étalé le rôle sur une période de 3 ans pour augmenter la valeur des maisons graduellement. Comme on le voit ici, en 2020, une maison moyenne était à 543 000 $. En 2021, elle a augmenté à 588 000 $ pour arriver à 2022 à 633 000 $. So, next chart is for municipal taxes. Donc, la maison moyenne, the average house, will be taxed in 2022 for an amount of $4,539, an increase of $164, which is 3.75% increase compared to last year. The water consumption stays at $90 per house, which give us a total of $4,629 for an average house of a value of $633,000. And that concludes our presentation. Donc, on termine la présentation pour l'année 2022, budget 2022. Le budget sera adopté le 13 janvier à 7 heures le soir. Donc, the budget will be adopted January 13 at 7 p.m. Merci.